I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like
But
that.
also, to be
That's why
fair,
you're
to be
shorting
fair,
me,
to be
too.
fair to Hod's point, I mean, look at how Jake played against me too. Me and Hod ended up beating Jake in very similar ways, in my opinion.
And in addition, I really, if I was absolutely forced to pick a preferred draft, I would take Aben's draft. He's got Caesar, and he knows how to use it. He's friggin' Okoing Mega Beedrill with Bullet Punch. That's good. And lastly, and this maybe be the one reason that no one else put Aben in slot 4 is that I've played with him in previous leagues. He's played quite a few leagues with me, so I know that at one time he was a solid, experienced player, and I think that I have no right to say that he would be below anyone else in this.
Have
Even
you
if he-
played in Pokemon leagues before?
Oh yeah, yep.
I didn't know that. Why don't we know this?
All right, let's hear.
Dude,
let's hear
that's why he got third last time.
That's why he got third.
He's
Nah,
so
I can't.
experienced.
I don't have a joke for that.
Let's see Crispy.
So yeah, me and Jack both put Crispy. Jack, let me pitch something to you. Let me see if you think the same
for
thing that I think. So we went to this little tournament a while back. It was called Smash and Splash. Everyone got really drunk, and I can recall a couple things about people. Like Andy threw up. Makupi was a corpse.
Like Mario Party.
You were a corpse. You were trying to play friendlies and you couldn't even rage quit. Jacrispy absolutely sloshed, but this motherfucker in his little Mac kept destroying me regardless. It was horrifying. It was mortifying. And if he can pull the same kind of shit going fucking 6-0 in the Pokemon League, he's just a wild card to me. He also got Gengar, which I'm like, I wish Gengar were cool. Fuck Gengar.
I miss Levitate on that Pokemon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one
I don't know
thing.
why they nerfed him.
But
Too good.
I guess, I mean, honestly, because right from almost everybody else in Group B, we haven't seen the best from them yet, I would say. And even with some very mixed records and this person lost to that person. I put him as number 4 because since I have I kind of know him a little bit through meeting him at Smash and Splash, and the other few handful of times I've hung out with him when I'm with Chris. I think he has really almost a surprisingly good mindset for video games. It's kind of he's one of those people to me where I just hate it because he kind of gets inside my head. I feel like he's gonna do one thing and then he just does the other, and
It's unorthodox.
it becomes so hard for me to predict what this guy's gonna do. And of what I've seen so far, I think most of his mistakes have just come from missing bits of knowledge about Pokemon and maybe about the competitive scene. Maybe just
he was looking up type matchups in each match.
that's what I'm saying, right? So I think if he wants to put in the effort and find a solid footing, he's gonna be really good at it. I just think he's one of those people that if he decides to put in effort at a video game, he could become really, really good. And
Absolutely.
Alone, my favorite, I loved his play at the very beginning of his match against Hod, where he just throws out Raikou and uses Substitute, and Hod's like, okay, well, I have a sound move that'll go through Substitute, and he just sits there calm-minding and wins the Stall War. I thought that was absolutely fucking hilarious.
I actually couldn't figure out why that worked.
You're right. I
Sound
it.
move
I was like,
makes
oh
sense,
damn,
yeah.
he has the sound move. I don't think he can make this work anymore. But then he starts taking 15% from Hyper Voice or whatever, and then he kills the Sylveon, and he did a shit ton of damage to something else or whatever.
That gave me so much hope. For
Yeah,
killing
I thought
Sylveon.
it was hilarious. I loved seeing that from one of these newer players, right? Something that even I feel if I was in his shoes, I probably would have swapped out, right? I would have been okay, I have something else to deal with the Sylveon. But
We're
Yeah,
all looking
those-
at poison
Oh,
types.
I do remember. I think it was Josh maybe said something in chat. Which we didn't plan on saying, I guess, but it makes sense. He wants us to determine which group is better, Group B or Group A.
I'd say Group A.
Really?
I think
I
if
would
I
say
had,
Group A.
yeah.
Because from what I've seen, no offense to the bottom 5 in ours, I am much more afraid of Jish, Gunner, Jack, and then the people like Chance, the newer players in that side of the bracket, rather than the people in
Oh.
ours.
Do we
And
wanna
saying-
take-
Yeah,
Do we
I
want to
mean,
take a small detour? It seems like a match is starting, or
I
it's
mean,
going
yeah,
on
I'm
right
watching
now.
that.
Could we
Can we
throw the
can we
match?
live
I can-
commentate this?
Yeah, I can.
Alright,
I'll bring it up
throw it on.
right now.
all right.
All right, so
Uh,
here's what you
well-
missed so far. We have Boots and Rat Actual. Boots started with Flower Boy, the young Beedrill. Infernape came out. You turned out into Palisand. You turns out and Beedrill, and Boots sends out Sarina against Palisand, and that's where we're at.
I will say really quick, I think that the upper echelon of Group B is way stronger IMO. I think between me, Christ, and Group B is like super dummy strong. But then I feel like there's a pretty hard drop off. But Group A, I'm blown away by just overall.
Yeah.
I mean, like Echo, a kid, Aqua, all I think I respect. Then the actual good players, Jish, Gunner, and Jack.
The actual good players.
If I can say, I think, you know, if this were to be, well, what it's probably going to be in bracket is actually this. The top player from Group B, I feel like, is going to have a pretty good match going into the top player against Group A.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
If
that
it's
is something
Jack-
I'm definitely
Ooh,
really
I
excited
would.
for. I can't wait to see like maybe more so like the top 3 from each group kind of start to measure up against the other higher like placed players from the opposing group. And kind of because we can keep talking about, well, there's downtime because they're deciding what they want to do.
No, they already made the play.
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just saying, like, there is downtime, like, kind of between
yeah.
their
We have to
moves.
wait
Like,
for the next move.
yeah,
Yeah. Palisand is slow, by the way. Just gonna point that out.
I think
It's slow, but it's supposed to be bulky. It just got hit by a deceptively strong Sarina.
well, that heavy slam fucking hurt, huh?
Heavy
will.
slam chunks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
That's why I
Agla-
had to burn it.
this-
Yep.
yeah,
I
mean, like,
think you had a very great game plan going out with Burns. Onto a lot of his things were physical, right? So you had
Yeah.
great targets to burn, even if it switches in blindly. Maybe like you have a pretty good chance of hitting something with a burn that matters.
I think the real problem with Rat is, the thing is, you can burn Aggron all you want, but if you don't kill it right away, then he has Florgus on deck.
Yeah.
Problem with Rat in that match was he did not use aromatherapy, despite having many opportunities to do so. I don't think he was running it.
He was running it. He decided not to use it, but also I did have Lucario to pivot around, and Lucario nukes Florges, as we learned from Jimmy John's beating the shit out of Florges. in
Oh,
last
the confused here is gonna matter a lot. Ooh,
I mean, like,
match.
it's,
Oh, wow.
it's
Not
so
yet.
crazy.
yep,
It's so
he breaks
crazy
through
that,
confusion.
like a stab dynamic punch, super effective. But
He does have filter. Keep in mind.
and he's based like what, like infinity defense.
Yeah,
It's
something
base
like that, right?
200.
And I believe I don't know
Base
the exact
230.
numbers, but filter is an ability in which it cuts down how much damage super effective moves deal. I believe, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
I mean, like against Aggron, like you.
So, what are
Can
you
you
guys
even beat
thinking
that?
he can do here now? I'm questioning maybe what Togekiss is doing. I guess I don't know what kind of movesets people often bring. I'm only familiar with it from VGC, where I run
Well-
things like Fire Blast, Flamethrower, or like Aura Sphere.
Togekiss has the Serene Grace Air Slash, actually.
Yep.
Um,
that's
so-
another thing it's really good for.
It's not gonna outspeed Infernape, but it's also gonna resist anything Infernape has by being a flying and fairy type.
All right, I'm
And it
curious
can
to
also be very
see. All right,
So
I'm-
it's really
I don't
good
know.
against Brazion.
This is okay. So we've seen Power Whip and U-turn. I was gonna say probably pulls out, right? Grass Knot.
Wow.
Oh.
Grass Knot would be really good against Seismitoad. I don't know what's up with that. The split.
It would do pretty good against Mega Aggron too. would
It destroys
not?
Mega Aggron. That's why
Yeah.
my Azel had Grass Knot on it.
I'm really thinking that. Well, I feel like you almost gotta have burns to deal with Mega Aggron.
There's always more than one way with Pokemon.
So kind of
That's true.
what we left off talking about, like which group is better. I don't know if we're talking about like power-wise, but I personally like Group A. I think it's a little bit more dynamic in the players, where you guys are kind of like fighting amongst yourselves for top 3 almost. We'll see if. Well, I mean, like I'm not trying to be mean. I think there is more than enough time and plenty of chances left for all these other guys to come in and make a name for themselves by taking down people that finished in the top 4 from the last bracket, but it doesn't look very plausible right now, I guess.
I think the problem is that me, Had, and Coop just take this seriously. Like
Yeah, we're about to try.
sometimes
We're actually fucking
are
trying.
trying. It maybe sometimes a little bit too seriously. It's just more intense, harsh competition in Group B. Group A, it seems like more fun.
Yeah.
This is so crazy. Hitting the
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
the double EQ.
Let's go Witch.
That's
Well,
why Bronzong has Earthquake.
Yeah, this is gonna be
Back
interesting,
to the
right?
party.
Because Aggron loses this, he's slower.
Could be a low roll actually. I don't know if Aggron dies.
I mean,
I don't know
yeah,
how
think
well. Yeah, I was
he's-
gonna say I don't think Seismitoad eats an Earthquake very well. Is he faster? No, unless this is
He
Scarf.
could be.
No, doesn't look like it is.
You don't scarf that.
Chris
You
has
do?
with Trick.
no
I mean,
burn.
he has only done it with Trick, but I feel like you have the potential. Like, it's perfectly fine, maybe, if you know that it needs to have the Scarf for a certain matchup, but more often than
No.
not, like, that's probably not what you're gonna
If
see.
you're scarfing a Metagross, you bring Trick no matter what, just so you can do that Jang too.
We've been here before. I want to see what'll happen, if anything different will happen this time.
I anticipate a
Safe
U-turn.
bet.
Yeah.
Safe bet
That's
is
good,
just
that's
a
really
U-turn
good.
and realign.
Yeah. That was a really good play by Andy.
I-
recognizing.
Good adaptation.
Yeah, I don't think, wait, 260. I question what would have happened if he read the U-turn and stayed in. Would have been interesting.
Well, I think Andy would have ended up switching to a Pokemon that could handle Seismitoad.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, like, what if he used knockoff again, right? Like, he doesn't really have anything unless he has something that has a Z Crystal on his team, perhaps. Maybe the Primarina, where it wouldn't
I
take
I
as
was
much
gonna
damage
say
from it.
Primarina
So
probably could-
And it will resist it because it has the fairy typing, or at least I believe fairy resists dark,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I know exactly the set that Andy is using right now.
for Metagross.
Yeah, it's banded.
Oh.
Absolutely.
I hope that the
Ooh,
players are
that
not
didn't do
listening.
much.
to it.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to like shut up. So I probably shouldn't say anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
really-
if you guys are playing the match and you're in here listening, watching live, there's going to be a lot of metagaming going on in your head, and we're going to make you second guess yourself a lot probably.
If your name is Matthew Rat Actual or Andy It's Boots, leave immediately. You're no longer welcome here.
Get out.
If I see you in my chat, you're fucking permabanned.
And if you're not in the chat and you're lurking, you're using Twitch wrong.
Can I Toge E-Kiss?
So Andy did give me the inside scoop on this one. All of these Pokemon names, or a lot of them, are references to Tyler the Creator songs. So this is Can I Get a Kiss? Can I Make It Last Forever? From Lonely Boy. Now, Mr. Lonely.
I would like to point out that I did suggest to Andy to carry on the Metagross legacy of naming it after a random sandwich place.
Oh!
Yeah, 60%.
The flinches are real?
Mhm.
I'm actually pogging out.
It's going down.
In
Did
the
he do it
nasty
again?
plot.
Okay, God, man.
No, he can't.
Okay, wait. Does this thing? Well, I guess unless you just flinch it the whole way through, does it have anything that can?
murders Mega
that-
Aggron too.
He can learn Aura Sphere.
Yeah, but I mean, like hopefully he brought it right.
Hopefully.
He says, "This is why I was scared. Why the fuck did you protect twice?" let me bring up this valid question quick.
Oh, that
You're-
was Aiden saying.
Oh wait. Oh shit. Oh, he's in. I fucking forgot people could be in the chat. Yeah. Okay.
So what we learned from this is Andy takes big boots.
Yeah.
Double Protect was actually a good play there. So what they were going for is, yeah, Florgus was running leftovers. They were trying to do the classic cleric wish style maneuver where you recover from leftovers and then you take the attack to wish yourself again, and then you at least get out with half health or a little over half health, or maybe pass a wish before you die.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Infernape
well,
is
Andy
something-
just-
stays
well,
in.
it's
Infernape
gonna-
has Stone Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be an air slash regardless, right? Yeah.
Florgus could be really bulky though.
No,
Like, I don't think
it-
the one.
I'm
Infernape is strong. I know.
a Stone Age from Infernape. I'm gonna pull up the damage calc because I'm genuinely curious too.
Wow. I'm
Wow, air
actually-
slash just kills.
Well, I suppose his special
It was
defense is
already
kind of low.
done.
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely listening. I knew it wasn't gonna
Oh,
die
wow.
from a single Stone Edge. It's probably Scarfed instead of Banded too.
It is absolutely Scarf.
I've seen, I believe, in like a few videos, I've seen special sets on Infernape with vacuum wave, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I believe.
It's
I'm gonna
already-
be excited to see stuff like that.
Vacuum
out.
Wave, Overheat. I did talk to Rat before like week 1, and he was thinking about maybe running a mix set
Oh.
for one of the
Yeah,
matches.
that mixed Infernape set is really cool.
It's cool. Mix sets scare me in singles. Let's get game 2 to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, they're already
nice.
in
They're
it.
just going into it. I love it.
Good for them.
They just want the run back.
So if
the
Rat
the,
can keep Palisand from dying,
the old
um,
Beedrill lead.
that could actually provide a lot of more.
We're staying in. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm just retarded.
Got a Mega Evolved
I was like,
Beedrill.
holy shit.
You think that not Mega Evolved Beedrill outspeeds Aggron? No way.
I'm so against this not changing your team nonsense. And everyone's disagreeing. And they're like, oh, you
Hey,
shouldn't."
I don't disagree with you 100%. I think it is fine, because like a lot of the times this is what I end up doing. If I've done my research heavily enough and I think it's a hard matchup and that the best chance I have is just the 6 mons that I put out there in game 1, especially if I win, there's no way I'm switching. I like, unless there's something that's glaringly obvious, but I never, I guess, put out anything that I think I might need to change later, like a move or whatever. But
Now, did the Palisand just die in the exact same way?
Guys, it's Cooper.
Yes. Palisand did die in the exact
Guys,
same
it's
way.
me.
it's spelled wrong though.
Dude, you stole my dog.
That's true.
You get hit with the water absorb. What you gonna do?
They did steal.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Did he have that last time? Or did you,
Yeah.
we just
Water
didn't
absorb?
see it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Seismitoad, we didn't see it because we didn't see Primarina come out last game.
Okay. This is looking not.
All right, Toxic Sarina with a Life Orb. This is a rough spot to be in because Seismitoad is not staying in.
Yeah.
No, you just sit there, substitute again.
All right. Sick prediction. This is gonna be low kick.
Okay.
Oh,
Dude, can you imagine?
100% would have
Yeah.
low kicked there. Aggron just dies.
Where's we got low kick, grass knot, high jump kick. I think it learns too.
It does learn high jump kick, but low kick would definitely be the pick here.
I don't know. I disagree with that. Right? You take the life orb damage to get the 7% chip of U-turn. I would have just hard switched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
curious
wow,
whether.
yeah. Andy's
Sarina's dead the next time it comes in.
Yeah,
And it's
that
not
was. I
fast
mean,
enough to revenge kill anything.
that was a good read, right? Every single time that Aggron has come out, he'd been using Jeez, that does a lot of damage. He'd been using Metagross as the wall for it, and instead of
Good
going for the heavy slam. Nice.
Be careful here.
He
I'm
more on blues here.
I'm really saying here, you gotta have knockoff, man. Like, you're not gonna break through Florges without a knockoff. Gotta get
You
it up.
definitely can.
If you have a
I'm-
steel type move, you can break through. Physical
Well, I know.
steel type move, you can. But I agree with you. If you don't have a physical steel type move, you've got to have knockoff.
Once again, I ask, where are all the good poison types?
You ask a good question.
Scrug has Salazzle, but Salazzle dies.
What,
to, like, not very effective
Jackavolt
moves.
has
Salazzle
both
is
Nidoking
hard.
and Alolan Muck.
Alolan Muck is actually pretty scary.
I have Trick-algae.
Dragalge is like the weak link on your team. I was gonna talk
Bro.
about that earlier, but
Adaptability, Sludge Wave, come at me.
adaptability Sludge Wave did kill one or two of my Pokemon.
Also, I
I
have
was a
Crobat.
fool and did not use Earth Power against you as Celebi.
Oh, look at that knockoff.
Oh, sure. Oh yeah, there you go. I'm ready. Probably gonna see him switch to Aggron though. Ooh. Oh yeah, wait, it was the U-turn? Question
Yeah.
mark? Oh, my mind is boggled!
Turns into Togekiss. Boots looks like they're gonna go for the same thing here.
Yeah,
And
that's-
just nasty plot up set up on Florges. Use a passive wall. Still gets a free nasty plot on the switch. Boots, don't say what in the chat. You need to leave the Twitch chat immediately. Unfortunately, not getting the 60% flinch chance. Might be able to sweep before dying of Toxic.
My feelings are helped go live. Ooh, but this will slow it down. Whoa!
That's dope!
Yo!
That's so cool!
Okay, cool guy.
Alright.
Why is Andy Why is Andy just pogging off all of a sudden?
Dude, he's gonna get the
Oh.
flinch here, too.
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean, but
don't...
heavy slam connects and it just kind of dies, right?
Dude,
Does
but
does
like,
the three? Does
imagine if
the,
it flinches here, dude. 60% chance to have the biggest dick
the
of all
+4?
time.
No, it doesn't break through the flinch. No.
Heavy Slam's gonna knock it though.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Andy
They
doesn't have a
needed
big
that
penis,
flinch.
sorry.
What you lost to the 60-40. Feels bad, man.
It's true. I mean,
This okay
No.
right here. This would have been hilarious if it's Boots left the chat. Loses 60-40. I about to head out. Okay, there you go.
Alright,
That's
so-
smart. This is good.
Aggron is not staying in here.
There's no way, right?
There's a non-zero chance that Aggron stays in, but
the only-
Aggron is not staying in here.
I mean, like the only thing that wants to eat the Earthquake is Florius, but you also just don't want it against Metagross.
You could probably eat it with Virizion,
Yeah, I'm saying you could
Yeah,
send
but it's pretty bulky.
it.
because then Virizion can come in either knock off or set up.
Right.
Oh, this is really cool. We get to sit here and we all have our own little opinions about. This is
Yeah, about
interesting.
what's
We have
going
to document what one another's predictions are. I can totally read Makupi after hearing what he thinks is gonna happen.
I'm gonna say something right now that's gonna make you totally understand my mentality. Is that the way I see this game?
on. Really?
That's smart. Andy loses nothing by going for Earthquake there.
Yeah,
so
of course.
We may as well.
I mean, kind of regardless of what comes out, Earthquake should, if not do a hefty amount, it'll chip it. And
Mhm.
if he doesn't want to switch, it's the only thing that you have that'll really kill Aggron. So
And
you
Yeah,
really
I-
risk nothing with just everything to gain.
Yeah.
right. I was kind of worried about Togekiss there, but staying in on that Aggron,
Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about
Put-
saying.
Andy backed
I mean,
up a lot.
What eats close? I don't know. Is Primarina bulky? I don't know. I just don't know what that one does. I haven't
Oh.
bothered to look at it yet. Because maybe your lower-ish HP Metagross that you decide you don't want anymore. Oh, god.
wow.
Yeah, that's what I
What
was
was
thinking.
it?
I was gonna
That
say.
is-
It
there
was
was-
the-
so many opportunities for Beedrill to do that earlier. I was kind of surprised to not see that.
So now
That's Big Dick B right there.
Yeah.
we're still at 69. I think this is
69. Shout
pretty
out.
tough.
60.
Let's.
Oh, it's scarfed. Oh.
Yeah, no, we definitely knew it was Scarf from the
Okay.
damage that it did with Stone Edge to Togekiss.
Gotcha.
If it was Banded, that would have killed. I was gonna say, I thought Andy also knew that, but may have just forgot it or not.
Okay,
noted.
so if he doesn't have, oh wait, no, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh.
Could have gone for the Fairy type move, but
It's usually Specs. There's gonna be a Grass type move coming out.
Yeah.
What does it go for? Leaf Blade? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what's gonna happen now.
I like the first thing you'd want to do is get Confusion as fast as possible, right? You just send this out in Dynamic Punch.
Hmm.
I would think
Yeah.
rather
Really need to
than
hold on.
sending the 43% Serena out, it gets outsped.
You can't lose Beedrill there. You need the poison.
Yeah,
And speed.
keeping the Beedrill up. I mean,
This might just turn into a 1/1. If this thing just dies straight up, I don't think you can bring it back anymore.
well, here's the question: is Virizion locked into close combat? Or
No,
locked into
it's
Leaf Blade now?
Fightinium Z.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Wait,
what's
if he just goes for the Z move here, because that probably does the most damage out of anything, right? I mean, it's not very
No.
effective, but come on, no,
Okay.
you can't get confused for free like that. Wait,
Yeah, except
not
you
get
can go-
confused.
You can go for it.
Or went for
Wait.
Fire Punch.
okay. I definitely thought that was Dynamic Punch. Okay, well, I mean, then he did the right thing, because now he just wins the game. He needed
Yeah.
the confusion, right? He just had to go
Yeah.
for it.
Well,
In
yeah,
my
they need,
eyes.
so
Is this
Andy-
Scarfed? Maybe? No, it's Life
No,
Organs, right?
it's Life
Shit.
Organs.
Andy
Okay.
needed the confusion, or Andy needed a burn to happen from that, or Andy needed to have like a sucker punch or like a bullet punch or some kind of priority move to beat out Virizion,
Mhm.
to chip out that last little quarter health there. But we're gonna end up with a 1-1 2-game set there.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably pivot back to what we were talking about week 1, the MVP.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so we decide. Oh well, I guess we kind of got highlights and stuff that we could go over too first,
Oh,
or do you guys want to announce the
good.
MVP
Yeah.
first?
We can go over highlights first.
Okay, cool.
I
So
was just pivoting us back to what we were doing.
I'm looking at something else. Okay, here we go. So I'll just start clicking on highlights that I'm gonna avoid these ones. This is highlights turn 16 and 21.
very pretty Google.
Oh
background
yeah, I
info.
remember what happened
Yeah.
here. This was great.
Yeah. So this completely intentional, by the way. I was like, well, I have my cleric here. I'm probably gonna get toxic. And then I was like, oh, nice, sweet. I just sealed myself a ton of momentum. And then yeah,
good
so
good double
he-
blind there. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
mean
so I
that's
double
going to be
blinded.
a lot of momentum. You
Yeah.
basically kill the Florges off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the synchronized play was super sweet. Like I mean, even if unintended, like if that's just the wall, like kind of
Yeah.
like you lost nothing there. That was pretty
Yeah.
pretty good. That's a VGC highlight.
I'm really impressed, even if it wasn't intentional.
Yeah. It like happened, and I was like,
good ability.
oh, okay, cool.
We love Umbreon. We love Synchronize.
Yeah.
But yeah, also
Uh,
Muse my cleric too, so I didn't care about it getting toxic.
turns 1 through 11.
Use whatever you want.
So here we just see the absolute T-pose of Raikou beating Sylveon in the stall war. Hyper fast. Yeah, there we go. I was like, I'm pretty sure Raikou just dies. And then it's like, oh, wait a second. And then he starts hitting it. I'm like, okay. Okay.
And then he just wins
Oh yeah,
the solo.
and then the mind game. I think if he knew exactly how, or was there a way for him to get around Destiny Bond?
No, no, no. There
Yeah,
is no
because of
possible
Prankster.
way.
Yeah, but I mean honestly, going 1 for 2 with that Raikou start and substituting was awesome.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
really really good.
I mean, you know, I'm an asshole and I was not impressed.
I mean, I think especially if we're gonna have you as our top ranked player coming from one of the new kids, his leader who he decided to start with, he thought this was his best thing to choose out first. Picking up 2 KOs was really sick. I like
Yeah.
that entire
That's a
play right
great way
there
to
is
start
the
on
reason
that.
that I have him as number 4.
I mean,
coming from
yeah, but
Groovy.
also, you know, you're giving up your electric special attacker
Yeah.
against.
Unless the Gengar has energy
When-
ball, he's in really, really rough shape. 'cause
Yeah.
The
Riku knew
remaining,
this.
well,
This
every
is-
other
this is
Pokemon
showing
that
everything, right?
Raikou didn't kill is actually super weak to electric types. So
Then it was kind of just like this was linked as the closest game yet. I think was this
Yeah.
the one that came down to the poisoning?
Yeah.
I think.
oh god, this is
Like-
painful to watch.
Yeah, it was right. Yeah, it was right here around the end.
We're watching this a lot slower than you. Emma.
Yeah, we are, Jack. I can't keep up with the links.
Oh wait, were you guys just going like?
We're just watching on Twitch.
Yeah, we're just watching the Twitch.
Oh okay. Oh, because there's like the slight delay or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, well I have it paused. Okay, cool, it caught up. I guess you guys will still be slightly behind, but
So, like, what are you
yeah,
referring?
he has to switch in to deal, and it's just he gets poisoned, and like right if that didn't happen, he doesn't die here, which is so
Well,
sad.
I need to bring this up because okay, so like if you pause right on turn 30, like that situation is actually like well maybe I don't know.
'Cause
Looking back on it,
This
because
like unless Gunnar reveals the secret moves that this thing actually had, or well wait hold on 3
or
I can't
was it? It
remember when
must
he
have
had
been a
this.
different game because Gunnar was talking about specifically once a Pokemon was poisoned against Roserade, but his whole thing about Roserade is running the sleep powder. And so
Yeah.
once it was poisoned, it could no longer be put to sleep.
Okay.
Maybe it must have been a different game or something.
I mean, this doesn't outspeed the end, or well, or maybe it does because this had an adamant nature, or it didn't. I can't remember. But
Yeah, this is definitely a kind of match that I don't.
I mean,
like to
like
think much
so
about
close,
after
right?
the
Like even the toxic damage ticking in there would have. I think that was his first turn back out. What was it? Yeah, yeah. I mean, it would have brought him down to 6%. Like, it's. I mean, when you win a game and your last Pokemon has or is afflicted by toxic and it's at 12%, that was like a really close game, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from him. And
Yeah.
kind of speaking of him, what we have a little bit more to show.
Turn 14 and
Turn
turn
14,
20.
yeah.
And then we should highlight
Oh, that's the highlight, missing toxic. Okay. So where is
What?
it?
Where are you
Me-
getting your links?
Okay,
from
here
the
we go.
highlights.
You're doing them all out of order.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I kind of was intentionally skipping this earlier.
Yeah, so our consensus MVP, if we're looking at our boy,
Wait.
is
Where'd it go? Here we go. There we go. It's this guy right here. Woo! Week 1 MVP.
Round of applause.
Make a camera up.
We stand
he was
a tanky king.
disgusting, and Jish couldn't kill it, and he got rested on because he couldn't kill with a Shadow Sneak.
Yeah, I mean, I would show you some of the really breakthrough highlights from Mega Camerupt, but that's kind of what like the entire like 2 games is. Again, like it's just rolling in the back right now. Like this thing
A lot of
never fainted in either match. It
a lot of it
walled
is
and or killed like everything. It was great.
like the coverage that Jish needed was a really strong ground type attack or really strong water
Well,
type attack.
what I was saying, something
and
he
just
could have
didn't have
done
it.
in game 2 is he could have done HP water on his Mega Manetric.
Mhm.
Yep. I mean,
Or just
there's like a lot we can say of like what Josh didn't do maybe after game 1. Like
Mhm.
clearly like he just I don't think there was anything that could touch it game 1. And so like game 2 is maybe up to him to try to make the the adaptation, but like
mm,
you can't fault the user of it for their opponent not adapting, right? Like he just went to
Yeah.
town with the
yeah.
mega camera up. It was sweet. Oh, I never hit transition, so it was just covering the match the entire time. That's embarrassing.
No, that's pretty much what was happening.
This is Mega Camera up, yeah.
Yeah, just my bad.
And then we should pull up game 2 of Echo versus A Kid Madness for the
Yes, we should.
greatest lowlight of all time.
Ooh, let me find it. Where'd it go?
Oh, we had large brains in this moment.
Oh, I am looking for it. Oh, okay, here we go.
Is it in the highlights?
No, I just looked in UU results because it's actually the first play in the game, right?
Yeah.
So.
All right, we'll take away Mega Camera up though.
Yeah, yep. Let me do that. Thank you for reminding me.
All right, so we see right off the bat we have Zygarde 10% versus Stack Attacka. It is a rock steel type. Best boy, Zygarde, has a move called 1,000 Arrows. It's better Earthquake.
Yeah, so I was actually curious because I remembered Noah talking to me. I believe the Zygarde was banded. I couldn't remember if that really mattered.
It was choice banded.
I quick ran to the calcs and I typed in 1,000 Arrows against this the oven. I'm pretty sure I put in max HP, max defense, and it just like killed it every single time. So like why not? Like what really wants to eat the 1,000 Arrows? Like not the Cobalion, not the Ampharos, not the Arcanine. Hopefully you get good chip damage. You definitely get good chip damage against the Gardevoir. Gastrodon, you just hope for the best for how much damage you're going to deal. And so you kind of just have that as your leading move, and then he outrages it and does 19%, and this guy just has no fear and uses Stealth Rock. And then instead of switching into the Fairy Resist, because he's locked into Outrage, he just loses 63% on his Arcanine. And
Yeah,
here comes Dead Mom right before the prime of its
known.
life in its next match.
You can't stop yourself from outraging. You can't switch. You have to outrage.
There's Dead Mom almost starting the rampage she started the next weekend.
Dude, where's what fucking game was that? That was hilarious. Was that was the first game. Here we go. Just gonna play.
Are we kind of bunching weeks 1 and 2 together?
Yeah.
For the plays, for the MVP, we were not. So like Dead Mom is definitely obviously like a front runner almost for MVP, right? Like when you have a match and you kill everything, that's kind of MVP material.
Does have more kills than it this week though.
Yeah, I mean that's also true. I was just making the point of
Dead Mom
of the MVP is exclusive to 1 week's matches.
Yeah,
and not things that we
set up Stealth Rocks here, and Flare Blitz does.
Using Protect there is whack.
Yeah.
Dude, here we see Hod just doing nothing as per usual.
Doing nothing and winning games.
Dude, he says one thing and then runs away.
I don't want to be that guy, but I was really disappointed at how poorly used Altaria was. You realize one Earthquake from Mega Altaria Oko's Marowak, and it always outspeed.
Oh god. The Z move making it. Oh yeah, it was the Z Cosmic
Salazzle losing to a Flare Blitz, resisting it. Just great.
Sad.
I mean, I guess I know Sigilyph isn't really the bulkiest thing, but it did increase its defense there, and it just like fucking dies anyways.
Oh god, come on, just use Earthquake, bro. Use
That's
Earthquake.
that's the full on like 1v6 dead mom running him down.
Yeah.
Might
Oh,
have
I
been a couple
remember.
of defensive swaps, sure. Alright, maybe not 100% of the entire game's credit is due to dead mom, but
I remember specifically thinking like, okay, no, Dead Mom didn't get all 6 kills. Jellicent died to a Rocks. Oh wait, it was Dead Mom's Rocks. Never mind.
yeah. Amazing nickname too. Just wow.
Yeah.
I am very angry at the people who have not nicknamed their Pokemon yet. You must do so, or else. I don't
Suffer the
know. There's like not a
consequences.
whole lot I can honestly do. I'll just keep bitching to Gunner. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Gunner might be. Is Gunner one of the people that hasn't nicknamed his Mons yet?
Yeah.
He's got nicknames. I've seen them.
What do we have for a best nickname?
Ooh.
Right now, I can't even think of them off the top of my head, really.
I saw
take a
one
look-
from Jaden today. His Chandelure was nicknamed Chandler Bing, and I just thought that was hilarious. Honestly,
I have to make a special shout out to Aben for interior crocodile for alligator. and
The
then-
combination nickname, yeah,
Yeah.
that is really really good. That one got me. Okay, well, we kind of covered everything, I think.
yeah.
Right, like most of the highlights.
Yeah. I want to give a couple more props to by Christ.
I
Um
died.
just like Chandler Bing is just fantastic. And then I do appreciate some of the names being carried on. Not very many.
I don't.
Both are mine.
Hailer from Heaven was good, but I gave that to Jack.
Wait, no, you. I talked to you about it. You wanted it was like Hitler from Heaven or whatever. It was something similar, a little bit better in my mind, but it just didn't fit.
It's Saint Hitler.
Yeah. And then I do appreciate Andy carrying on at least like not the same nickname, but the legacy of just like the randomness of Jimmy Johns into Witch Witch.
Still pisses me off.
It was me Austin was really funny.
It was me Austin was hilarious. It was me Austin's up there.
Only because it's a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Chris, this was a little bit of a tag team. Do you understand Chestnut's nickname at all now?
Hold on. What is Chestnut's nickname? I'm looking. Is it on the kill leaderboard at all? That's
Austin.
I don't think so. Yeah, Chestnut's nickname is Austin.
Holy.
I was scrimming against Hot a little bit, and he hit me with the "It was me, Austin," and I was like, "Holy shit!" And
But, like,
during the
also
time it was
Chestnut just
revealed,
Okos.
yeah, during the time it was revealed, I'm pretty sure I think I had Chestnut out, and I think I swapped, or maybe I used like spikes or something, but like it like actually caught me off guard. I just like wasn't thinking about it because I wasn't paying too much attention, and I was just like, "Holy shit!"
And
That's
also,
hilarious.
Chestnut fills the role of kind of being a wrestling-like Pokemon.
Also true.
Hod, can you explain good players ...
Oh, I can actually. So, if you may remember a certain cursed phrase from the RU League that is now featured in the description of the RU highlights video, someone who will remain unnamed once said, "Good players react, or good players play around our bad RNG."
That's true. I have said that. I mean, someone said that, yeah.
So the joke for Dragalge is it has the move adaptability. So good players ... can adapt adaptability to bad RNG.
I love it. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
Also,
And
I would
was
like
the
to
one that
point
said
out.
that. I was the one that said good players adapt RNG or whatever.
Yeah. I would like to point out that I'm starting to pivot my really basic fetish names away from that. Just because it was like way too easy. You know what I mean?
It's also not funny. You think it's funny, it ends up not being funny.
No, it's not
Oh.
very funny. So I do ask for what's everyone's opinions on like John Quinones?
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I think you have got. I think
I
it's
think I'm a
funny
little bit
because
too
I
deep.
know
You play into the wrong
meme.
crowd.
I know who that is. Anybody else who just like yeah, Gunner's in chat. He says it's a good name. If you
Yeah.
just don't know that person
What does
or the
Gunner
meme,
know? Gunner is bad at Pokemon.
like it's just not funny, and you're like, okay, that's a strange name to give a Pokemon.
Yeah.
All right, well,
All right.
yeah, I think this kind of wraps it up, right?
Wraps it up, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. The two hosts, because you guys aren't the hosts. Me and Jack are the hosts.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you
I
guys
was
for
just
joining
glad-
us.
Yeah,
we
thank
have-
you.
Can I make one request before
Yeah.
I never come on the show again? Sorry to bother you. We need to do this for VGC or have someone else do this for VGC because I think that there's definitely an untapped market there.
Okay. I
No
will
pressure on
see
you. I'll
how that
I'll
goes.
ask
Maybe
Jish to do
it could
it.
be like
Jish
an
should do
after
it.
show almost. We'll have a smaller section or smaller
VGC
segment
is like the
about
late
VGC.
night, just straight meme.
Yeah,
Because the VGC nicknames are really good.
that's true. A lot of the
I
VGC.
mostly want to talk about that.
The person who named their Pokemon this escapes me, but whoever's like all of their Pokemon are just JoJo's references. I love it. Thank you very much.
I saw that.
Especially the fucking Conkeldurr being named King Crimson. That's good.
There's some weebery. I
Yeah.
named all
Just a little
of my
bit.
Pokemon in VGC after songs by the Pillows, who are a
I need to
band that
nickname
did songs for
my
anime.
new VGC team. I'm really excited for my VGC team. The little bit
too.
of afterthoughts. I think you all have reasons to be absolutely terrified of
I
it.
sent Banana and Gunner my clips, and they reassured me it's very cool.
Well, I think we probably should try to call it here. But reminder, me and Josh are going to be playing sometime tomorrow before 5. He sent me his like schedule or whatever. He said he's at school between 5 and 10. I hope to God he meant 5 p.m. You're in the chat. Cool. You meant 5 p.m. right? Because I'm not getting up. Or I'm not going to be ready to play before 5 a.m. I'm about to go to sleep. Okay, great. 5 p.m. Cool. Let's say like 3:30, or do you want to do earlier?
Well, we just gonna sit here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta sit here and wait
Let's
for the
go.
delay to.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye.
All right, night.
Double down on 5 a.m. God
I
no.
just want to say that Pod takes small poops.